Hello, hey guys. Just a quick 15-minute thing. I'm just pottering around, doing a few bits and pieces. Um, just gonna keep going on my old live stream, and if you want to come on and say hello, feel free to do so. I'm just gonna go about my business. So here I am, just making a vivarium for an order for tomorrow. God, I'm still so bunged up. It's crazy. Hi guys. Sorry man, I was talking to the missus. Come on guys, jump on, say hello. I'm not staying long. 15 minutes I've got, then it's the boys' bedtime. Sorry, Si, were you sat there waiting for me? How's it going, Richard? You alright, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Lewis. You alright? Ah, okay. We've not watched the new series yet. We're basically we're gonna watch the whole thing again right from the start. So, dude, how's it going?
I'm all right.
Good.
You?
Yeah, good. That just finished. Just watched that. Yeah. I was just about to say I just watched that premiere of yours, but you know that because I was there. We were talking. You see, I'm still ill.
That wasn't that. I wasn't going to put that in. I thought because I filmed it and I thought I made a right ash.
You know what? Do you know what? I think I missed what happened because everyone was just talking about something. What had happened, and I was thinking, did I miss what happened? I don't really know what happened. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it all looked all right to me.
So which ones do you recommend for me?
Uh, what do you mean? Enclosures, you mean?
Yeah, because I want 4, but I want them all to match, Mitch.
Yeah. Well, mine all match. So I've got. So they're for Mantis. So you want the mesh top ones, which is the one that I'm just putting I'm just putting the mesh top one together right now as we speak. Um, so basically, I've got 4 sizes. I've got small, mini, medium, and large. No, I've got 5. I've got extra large as well, which is that one there. But the so basically, remind me which species you've got again. You've got the giant Asian,
Yeah, spiny flower,
spiny flower,
ghost,
ghost.
and I got a did I get Asian? No. What's the one from Australia? The brown one.
Oh, the majuscula, the giant rainforest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so you've got 2 giants there, basically, and then the other 2 are like more like medium sort of size. So you definitely don't need. I mean, for the giant for the giant Asian and the giant rainforest, you're gonna need like large, really.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
So I'll say to you what I always say to everybody. Hang on, because I've lost what I'm doing. I'll say to you what I say to everybody. Because people always ask me what size enclosure do I need to get, like for like a nymph. Now,
No.
usually you would treat them like teas, and in that you put them in the appropriately sized enclosure as they get, as they grow. You
Yeah.
basically keep them in something as long as it's practical, until it gets dangerous, and then it's and then you upgrade them, don't you? You know what I mean? it's not ideal, but when you've got a lot, that's just how you do it, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Um, so people always say, shall I just put it in a forever home right from the start? Do you know what I mean? Which obviously will save you money in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can do is fine. Now the only issue with that is that because putting a small mantis in a big enclosure like this in and of itself is not a problem. It'll live, it'll be perfectly happy in here. The only issue is whether or not it sees and catches the food that you put in there for it.
Yeah.
So there's one or two ways around that. Basically, you can either, depending on what you're feeding it, because I think yours are all. I imagine your ghost and your spiny are both still on fruit flies. Whereas
No, they're on Turkestan nymphs.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, that's good. So the main issue really is whether or not putting them in an enclosure like this is whether or not they're going to see it. Because Turkestans don't. Mind you, they do. Yeah, they will.
They crawl up. What I've been doing, I've been tongue feeding them anyway.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going to say. You can either because obviously, if you put them in a big enclosure like this, if you've got quite a lot of decor in there, there's a good chance the Turkestan's going to just like disappear, and you'll not really know whether or not your mantis has eaten it or not.
Yeah.
Unless it's like really fat, that's usually a good indication. So you can either continue hand feeding it, or you can take it out of the big enclosure, put it in a smaller pot, and then feed it that way, and then put it back. But that's a bit of a faff. So
yeah, that's what Sophie said there actually in the chat. From her bed.
Yeah, exactly like what Sophie said. So hi Jeremy, you all right, buddy? So hi Mandy. So yeah, basically you can do that, but because I would suggest just getting them in their forever homes, dude. Otherwise, if you want them in nice enclosures, you're going to end up buying more than you need.
Yeah.
I mean, not that that's a bad thing. It's not like they'll go to waste because, I'm guessing you're going to probably end up having more and more mantis over time. Because
it's becoming a bit. I must admit, I went through a phase where I was like, I don't know if I can do these mantis with all these fruit flies. It was just doing my head in.
Yeah.
And I was watching you feeding them earlier like a pro. I'm thinking it never went like that for me. They were everywhere. So I kind of went, oh, but then I was cleaning out my roaches and there was nymphs everywhere.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I wonder. And they were just smashing them. And I thought, right, that's it.
Yeah. I use, I basically keep mine on fruit flies probably longer than they should, but that's mainly for practical reasons because.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because I have so many. Because I have so many, it cost me an absolute fortune to feed them all on like micro small roaches. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Because I basically have to buy in my micro and small roaches because I go through so many roaches. I never managed to get my colony. I never managed to have a decent breeding colony of roaches because I just use them too quick.
Yeah.
So I basically keep my mantis on fruit flies probably, like I say, longer than I probably need to or should. But they're fine. It's just that, in an ideal world, if I only had half a dozen mantis or whatever, I would definitely upgrade them sooner than what I do. But keeping them on, keep getting them on roaches early is obviously a really good thing. So, so there you go, dude. This is the large.
Perfect. So I'll have 4 of them then. I'll send you an invoice.
Well, what I was going to say is, dude, you won't need large for the spiny flower and the ghost. You'll basically just need a medium. I would recommend. So that's a medium.
Right. So for the 2 giants in the large, and a medium for
I
the other
would
two.
put your giants in the large, because then what you can do is you can you could put more decor in there, and then if you want as well,
Yeah,
you've got a bit more room to play with. And this is this is actually the double door version that I do for the for spiders. But I have them. I have this size in the mesh top, which is exactly the same. I just don't have any here.
All right. Well, I mean,
Small.
what shows are you doing?
I'm at Bristol.
Oh yeah, I'll pick them up from you from Bristol then.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest. I'm doing all the shows now, man. I'm everywhere now.
Cool.
The only one I missed is BTS, and that's only because it was the missus's 40th birthday party. I'm always.
I think we'll forgive you.
Thanks, man. I've still not forgiven her.
It was a good one. It was rammed.
I know all that money I missed out on.
Oh my god, you just smashed it there. Honestly, it was. There wasn't many mantids there, to be fair. There was a few, but not at your level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's BTS is, it's traditionally a spider thing, isn't it? So
yeah. But there was everything. You can imagine all the.
It's a brilliant show. I mean, it's a fantastic show. So, So, dude, I would basically. You probably don't need the readout.
I do. I want the lot. I want
you
the
want the lot, okay? Because well, the only reason I'm going to say is because the ones I do them with and without readout. The readout ones cost an extra £2.50. So that's what I was just saying. So I think for your giant ones, dude, two of these, one of these each. These I mean, these are cracking. These are absolutely beautiful. These are. If I was just a hobbyist and not a breeder supplier, I would have all my stuff in these enclosures, because
they are stunning and they're so clear, aren't they?
They're absolutely wonderful. I don't know whether you saw me Gongi set up live for my Gongi community.
Yeah, no idea. I watched it,
but it's still going really well now.
Look at that! It's beautiful. That is stunning, mate. Stunning.
It does a wrong, but yeah. So, but yeah, for the spiny flower, you definitely don't need a large. It'll be lost in there. I've actually got a breeding pair of ghosts at it right now as we speak. Can you see them?
Oh yeah. Are you allowed to show that on YouTube?
What? So yeah, they've been at it all day. He keeps dipping his wick in and out all day. So this is a medium, and look at size at ghost in that medium. It still looks like,
Yeah.
There's plenty of room in there, man. That's a fully grown pair of ghosts in there.
Fair play.
And, well, you can see how much space there is in there for them. So even that's potentially overkill. So
yeah, no, I like the size of it for sure.
I do a mini medium, so it's the same 15 by 15 by 15 by 15, but instead of this is 25, I do a mini medium, which is 20. So it's about that high. It's the same dimensions, length and breadth, but height it's just 5 centimeters less. So I do that.
Oh, fair play.
So it's up to you. I do.
Jeremy said he's got a pair on the go as well.
Yeah. So
cool.
So it's up to you, really, dude. To be honest, the mini medium would be fine for your ghost and spiny. They're like They're like £5 cheaper.
Cool.
But I'll do you a deal, dude. Don't worry about that. If you're having 4, dude, buy 3 get 1 free, mate.
Well, what I'll do is I'll come to Bristol. I'll probably spend an absolute fortune, and I'll probably end up walking away like 10 enclosures or something.
Well, they come flat pack, but as you've just watched me putting that together, it's
not long, was it?
It's a piece of piss. I can knock them up in 10 minutes, easy. Probably less if I'm not chatting. If I'm just doing it, not thinking about anything else. But these are, but they're easy as pie to put together. I've actually got a video that I did showing it, like a, but I still haven't uploaded it. I keep meaning to upload it, get a QR code, and put it on the, put it with the packs.
Yeah.
But I just keep forgetting. The thing is, they're so easy to put together. Most people don't really need any instructions. They're just pretty straightforward. So I best just see if I'm missing anybody's chat. People are just, I think people are just admiring the enclosures, which is great.
Does anybody know where I can get some red runners from? Well, I've got about 5,000 at the moment, Lewis. So yeah.
I know a couple of guys, Lewis. I use Piotr. He's my guy. I've been using him for about 10 years or more, I think. He's my guy.
Who do I use? Hold on, I've got to find him.
There's a couple of other guys that I know who are my backup guys. I think I might have to go soon. Arthur's bedtime's always between.
All right.
This is why I always miss everybody's 8:00 premieres. Because Arthur's bedtime is like clockwork. It's like always between 7:45 and 8:15. So I always miss everyone's premieres at 8. That's why I'm always grateful that you don't do your premieres at 8, man. Because it's like you're one of the only people.
You told me that once, and I thought, oh no, so I've got to look after him. But I'll tell you what I'll do, Lewis. I'll send you a link to the guy, or I can do you like 100 or whatever, and I'll send them up to you or something if you pay the postage. So
I don't think Lewis has got a million exotics. I think a small batch of, although I'm not sure, can't remember. I think he had to downgrade quite a lot recently because
he did. Yeah,
he moved house, so I think he had to get rid of a lot of stuff. I don't think he's got a lot as much stuff as he used to have now. So he probably doesn't need a massive amount of red runners. So
yeah, Jeremy's like me. That's what I do, Jeremy. At the BTS, I bought this table. They had they had sort of tubs this size just rammed with red runners, and they were doing them for like I think £5 each, and I just
yeah. I just want to quickly say, Mandy, I've just spotted your comment. I don't actually keep my ghosts together. The only reason they're together is because they're at it. They're doing it. So that's the only reason they're together. I don't actually keep my ghosts communal, just because, you will lose some. You will lose them. I say I don't keep my ghosts communal. After I've just said that. This is just one batch that I've got. So
babies.
So I've just said that I don't keep my ghosts communally. What I meant is I don't keep them communally like forever. I basically keep a few species in mesh enclosures. So ghosts, Idolamantis, and Gongylus gongyludes. I've got about four of each of these. I basically keep them communally until they're about 4th or 5th instar, and they're usually quite forgiving. They play pretty nicely together until they're about 4th or 5th instar, and then after that, they tend to, females start to get a little bit more territorial. They start chomping on the males. They start bitching at each other a little bit more.
Yeah.
But the only reason I keep them together like this now is because I'll sell all these before they get too big. So
is it noticeable when they start getting aggressive?
Yeah.
I mean, you got like a couple of days. It's not going to look like you come down.
No, yeah, it's not going to happen overnight. They're not just going to, it's just slowly. The females it's usually when they get to like 5th, 6th instar, the females just start to get, they just start to get a little bit more territorial. They start to get a bit like, you can just see them swiping out at each other. Do you know what I mean? You can just see it. You tend to get a lot. you tend to get like males kind of just all huddled together, and the female, and then you get the females like spread out. You know what I mean? But they do start to get a little bit like that. You know what I mean? You can just see. I can see them doing it now. They're just starting to get to that point now. So what I'll do is, if I haven't sold these within the next couple of weeks, I'll all of them, because most of these will sell over the next 2 weeks. Because they've just got to get to that sort of size. But eventually, if I left them alone to get bigger and bigger, eventually they would just start eating each other. So, but yeah. So yeah, you know, as just a keeper, from a keeper's perspective, it's not recommended to keep ghosts together. And the main reason for that is because you will lose some. And if you've only got a few, you're going to noticeably lose them. Do you know what I mean? And you're going to be gutted. Me, because I've always got ghosts coming through. I've always got hatches, females laying. It's like a constant cycle for me now. So basically, I can afford to lose a few. Is the bottom line?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not really noticeable for me because these have all been brought up together. These are all from the same. You know, these are all just from the same sort of hatches. I just chuck them all together, and they're usually gone by now. So it's only because I've not been selling these last couple of weeks because I've been quite ill and had the holiday, and you know, it's still been a bit up and down for me lately. So, but yeah, so yeah, the thing I always say about ghosts is they are more forgiving than most other species when it comes to communal living, but only until they get to a certain stage, and then it's advisable to split them up. The males will be fine. You could keep the males all together, but the females, you're better off just taking them out. But if you've got absolutely loads, then you know it's a nice little experiment. but you will lose some, I guarantee that.
It's like Squid Games, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. You know, some are stronger than others. So there you go. Right, guys, I'm going to have to go because it's 10 to 8, and it's I don't know whether they're upstairs waiting for me or Becky's about to burst through the door. Go like, right, we're going up. Anyway, nice one, dude. It's nice to have you on. Anyway,
I'll drop you a message and we'll sort out, and I'll see you at Bristol. If
yes,
not,
mate. Well,
before, you know what I mean.
I hope I'll speak to you before then.
Definitely. All right, mate.
I'm gonna be live nearly every day now, man. Now I've got everything there in front of me. I'm just gonna leave it set up. So I'm gonna be.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna
I love
be.
it. I love it.
I'm gonna be coming on. I'm going to be coming on and off all the time. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for dropping in. Anyway, Si, I'll speak to you again
no
soon,
worries, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Catch you later, mate. See you in a bit. Bye. Right, everybody. I'm going to get going. It's Arthur's bedtime, so I'll catch you all later. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye, guys.